So it's Sunday evening. I had a long week vacation and we get back to school in regular routine. And I got lots of dishes to do. So I figured I'd go ahead and go live. I like to go live when I got stuff to do. It makes things so much easier to get it done. And my ice machine just finished. That's perfect timing. Perfect timing. So anyway, I've been just catching up on the news and stuff like that, and I'm like, man, it's so much chaos out here. It's so much going on. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And let me tell you what's so crazy is because, since I was a kid, and most people, grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s, um, you know, Black Friday has always been, I'm gonna talk about the boycott first. Black Friday has always been a big deal. And I know when I was a kid, Christmas was like a really big deal. Our parents spent a lot of money. Everybody got a bunch of stuff. People went out and bought, I mean, all kind of stuff. Everything was for sale. Macy's. Um, People got bought diamonds and fine jewelry. I mean, people were just going all out, buying CDs, music. Growing up, people were buying everything, TVs, anything you could think of. And it's like Christmas was a time just to just fucking blow your money. And I don't think people went into debt then. I think people just spent what they wanted to spend. And as time has gone on, people have gone into debt to do Christmas, to buy all this stuff. Because now kids want, iPhones and these PlayStations, these expensive video games. It's different. We had a bunch of toys, and a lot of items, Cabbage Patch Kids and shit like that. So it was so much easier for our parents to just go all out. I'm gonna just say that. It's economically different now. You got three kids and three kids want iPhones. I mean, shit, you need $3,000. So this idea of a Christmas tree just full of boxes, it ain't really like that no more. So it's easier to do less when you think about it. Because us kids, we used to actually expect to see like 20 boxes per child underneath the Christmas tree. And you got a lot of people nowadays, they're not even really doing Christmas like that, They're not doing the tree, the decoration. People ain't going all out like they used to, you know? Um, I looked in my neighborhood, I might have six houses, they got lights and Santa Clauses in front. But when I was growing up, it's like everybody in the neighborhood had lights, decoration, wreaths. And that's the outside. I'm not even counting the inside. Inside, people pull out, Christmas china, and they redecorate the whole inside of the house. The what do you call it? The chimneys. Every room is redecorated with red and green. People used to really get into the spirit of Christmas. Christmas, I mean, Christian or not Christian, that's what people used to do. But, slowly but surely, things have changed. They switched Christmas from being, kind of religious, you know, and consumer based to completely consumer based. So you got a lot of people who aren't even Christians who are just buying shit because it's on sale. So people have been participating in Christmas and as a consumer more so than anything religious. And so it's kind of lost its so-called meaning for a lot of people. So it's been even easier if you think about it. It's been really easy this time for people to just boycott Christmas, boycott Black Friday, boycott all of it, boycott buying. It's so easy because for a lot of people at this point, it was never about a religion or a religious holiday anyway. It was about this is the time when everything's on sale. Let's go buy, buy, buy. And it gives me a chance to give gifts, get gifts. You know, it's become almost totally consumer based. And so this is the deal. Now that people are struggling, now that people don't have money, a boycott is pretty fucking easy. Matter of fact, a boycott is actually smart. When the economy is not chugging along the way it should, the money that you're gonna spend is not gonna be easily replaced. Because that's what people, had done in the past. If you spend a lot of money, like, fuck it. Fuck it. I get a Christmas bonus. Fuck it. In January, February, I'll just lay low And there's nothing to do in January, February. If you think about it, there's no holidays, nothing. So people would recover in January and February. That's what people traditionally would do. I'll just lay low them 2 months and, build my money back. If I spent too much, pay off them credit cards. If I went too far, people were willing to spend and sacrifice a few months to catch back up. You know, rob Peter to pay Paul. People were willing to do that. But now, when people are losing jobs left and right, now people can't get a job. Now that you don't know if you're going to be laid off next week, next month, people looking at the whole thing of shopping like, do I need to do that? And it's so convenient if you think about it. It's so convenient to just be like, I'm part of the boycott. I'm boycotting. Yeah, it's fucking easy to boycott when the money ain't right, no doubt. Now, me personally, I'm not a Christian, and I have never been a person who celebrates Christmas. I have never been a person who goes out on Black Friday and buy a whole bunch of shit. I've never been that person. So I'm unaffected either way. I'm doing the same thing I always do. I don't, yeah, I don't, I might, in the past, I might have looked at some Black Friday sales and said, ooh, wow, look at that, just to see how low prices go. But I think it was the point when they started like having people killing each other, like running each other with buggies, fighting each other like fucking gangsters in the store. I think it was at that point when they stopped having those crazy deals that I probably stopped paying attention. What was it like? 'Cause I used to do stupid shit like say we got 10 TVs in the back for $100, and people would tear through the damn store. I wasn't present, but I know there were people who were, and people would tear through the store like crazy. They'd be camping out all night so they could be the first one through the door, and they would fight like hell. Anybody who grabbed or tried to grab the TV or whatever the hell was on like 80% discount, you know. But I never participated in that. I have not. I don't know. I guess I'm a regular consumer. I don't. I've never been one to be like, oh yeah, I gotta wait till this big old sale. If I need something, I get it. If I want something, I save for it, put money aside, I get it. So I'm not somebody who's had to just like wait, just wait forever for a holiday to come. I haven't been that person because I'm gonna be frugal either way. Where would I say I'm gonna look for the right price. I should also say this. I'm not a consumer in the traditional sense. I'm a thrift store shopper. I'm a bargain shopper. I'm a couponer. And in the last, this past year, I've become a penny shopper online. So like free bargains, freebies, and stuff like that. Crazy coupons where you're getting something for like 80% off because you use stacked coupons. I'm doing stuff like that. So I'm very practical with money. And I tend not to want stuff that, is just pricey for no reason. So this has been very interesting because y'all listen, it's a psyop. There's a psyop going on right now. There are people on the internet. See, freedom of information is crazy. There are people on the internet who have went into these big retailers all across the country. And they're showing it on the internet. So they want you to be deceived. The media wants you to be deceived. Everybody knows that everybody's boycotting Black Friday. Everybody knows that. People are like, man, fuck this. The economy ain't right. We're not spending no money. Everybody knows that. Black folks started it with Target, and then the rest of America is just like, fuck that, especially after the EBT thing. They were like, we're boycotting Black Friday. We're not going to give these billionaires no money. These corporations don't care about us. They're laying people off. They got a whole list of shit they're boycotting. So Black Friday is the point of execution. We're going to show these motherfuckers. We're going to boycott Black Friday. We're not going to buy nothing. And of course, Black Friday means the whole shit. It kind of really means that you're just not doing it. I'm not doing consumer this season. Maybe next year, but not this year. That's kind of what it is. It's not just Black Friday. It means Cyber Monday and all the rest of it. So check this out. The consumers are winning. Okay. Now, whether they broke and they ain't got no money is beside the point. The consumers ain't spent no money this year. They're lying. They're saying that $11.5 billion was spent. Liars. Talking about sales are up 91%. Liars. How could that be true? Let me see who's in the chat. Hey, what's up, V Dub? Are you boycotting V Dub? Are you buying stuff? I ain't bought shit. I ain't bought shit ever forever when it comes to none of this because it just ain't my thing. I hate to say it, but I do. I buy all year. So, but I did. Was it last year? I was upset about the economy and the way it was affecting business sales. So I just went ahead and I bought some stuff that I needed for the business. And for the most part, I ain't been buying. I used to buy rental equipment and constant, inventory. I was buying stuff. I think about something, I go buy it. I go get something else, I buy some more. Some customer asks for something, I buy it. I ain't doing that. I ain't contributing to the economy. I'm gonna be honest. So I have a way, I guess, in a sense, I'm boycotting because I'm just not spending no money. I'm trying to make money. I'm not trying to spend any. And the amount I spent, it ain't worth talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's like very little compared to what I used to do. I know one year I spent like $15,000 on just a whole bunch of shit. I mean, that's just kind of average, though, I would say. I think I spent on average in business like 15. I'm talking about real, actual, products, chairs, tables, linens, decor. I want to say on average I've spent 15 to 20,000 on average. Some years more than others. But yeah, I ain't spent no money in business. I last thing I bought was lounge furniture, and I bought a couple of shipments of linens. But yeah, I don't get down like I used to. I don't get down like I used to. Okay, so V Dub said I'm buying one thing for my lady next month. That's it, right? I need to prep so I can start 2026 fresh with a new business. I say. But y'all, it's a psyop. It's a psyop. They trying to lie on the media. They on the media lying, talking about people spend $11.5 billion. You motherfucking liars. You can look at all of those different videos. People are going around to Walmart, to Target. They're going around to Best Buy. They're going around to a bunch of places. And they're like, it's a ghost town. Just look at it. Google it. Look on YouTube. Look on TikTok. People are like, damn. Because y'all know how it used to be. People camping out, people running, swarms of crowd. They open the door, the place is just full of people. People walking up and down the aisles, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, all day, all night to the time of close. I remember, before it was 24 hours, they used to actually have to extend shopping before they had 24-hour spots, and they extended hours. It used to be like, okay, y'all, we close at 10, and then people would be in there shopping, shopping, shopping. We're going to extend one more hour. I remember that when I was growing up because I used to go with my mama. That was a long time ago, clearly. But I used to go with my mama, but that was the last time I did anything for Black Friday or holiday sales with my mama, as a teenager. So, yeah, man, that shit's dead. He said Sam's Club was dead empty. See, that's what I'm saying. The kids know no gifts until after Christmas, right? And that's the thing. A lot of us are, used to consuming all year long. So, we don't have to make a big fucking deal out of, just one particular month. We don't have to. It ain't like people are starving and don't get shit all year long. It might used to be like that in the 70s and the 60s and the 50s, but 80s babies, we spoil, honey. We are spoiled. We was getting shit all year long. So Christmas was just the icing on the cake. But it's a psyop. They lying. They want everybody. Let me say this. I saw the news and the media talking about sales are going to be better than expected. Really? How is sales going to be better than expected when people are having less money than ever imagined? Hey, what's up, creator? Did you do any shopping? No shame. I'm just asking. Make it make sense. You got people laid off. The government's laying people off. There's like constant inflation. The economy sucks. I don't care what they say about job numbers. The shit is not good. People keep on, as they say, filling out applications, never getting calls back. You just piled on student loans, told people they had to hurry up and pay the student loans, and you're going to come after them hardcore. They just told nurses they wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? You put a cap on education. You destroying the Department of Education. You doing all this fuck shit. All this fuck shit. And you really think people want to go out and spend money? It's wintertime. It's winter. It's fucking cold outside, okay? It's motherfucking cold outside. And people got bills to pay. Do you really think people not knowing if they're gonna have a job or get laid off or get less hours or whatever the case may be, do you or not be able to be employed going into 2026 during the wintertime? Do you really think people are gonna take their last or go into credit debt to buy something under these conditions, some material shit, when you got rent, you got light, you got gas, you got water, you got stuff you got to pay for your car, your gas. Stuff is going up. Home insurance. Nobody went shopping. It's a psyop. So that's what the media did. They started talking about, okay, let me see what Creator said. She said, I bought my son clothes, shoes, hygiene products, and cologne. Right, stuff he was going to buy anyway. Winter gear, right. That makes sense. Stuff he was going to buy anyway. And that's what they're saying. The people who did spend, they bought very little. They are admitting at least that. But when you look online and you look at what people are showing, there's no crowds, there's no horde of people running through the aisles, there's no, plethora of just people shopping like crazy, spending wild money. No, that did not happen. Part of it's a boycott, but part of it's because people are broke or people are being smart about their money. Save your goddamn money. Okay? A 80-inch TV is not gonna help you or anybody, right? It's not gonna help none of us to have an 80-inch TV and then we lose our job. And we take that $800 we could have had, and you know what I'm saying? I got this girl I'm following online on YouTube, and she actually showed the beginning of her unemployment. She was a high paid government employee under contract with some tech shit, and she's a black light skinned girl, and I follow her, and her blog was about something else, but once she got unemployed, she turned her whole blog into her journey about being unemployed, being young, and you think you're on your way up. She has this really nice apartment, really nice and high rise, modern. Girlfriend was living high off the hog, right? And she showed when she got fired. She set the video up, and they called her HR. They made sure they did it at home. This was, I think, right after COVID, and they were working mobily. And they told everybody, "We'll call you. Don't call us. You already work there." And they telling you that. And she's sitting there, and they just start talking nice to her. It's not you, it's the company, and it's just the situation right now. And we really do hate to tell you that, we're going to have to let you and your team go and blah, blah, blah. But we do have a nice severance package. And, she's like, do you have any questions? This is our offboarding exit interview. I was like, wow. And the girl was like showing all of it. And it's heartbreaking watching somebody young and ambitious who did all the right things lose their job for like absolutely no fucking reason. She had a federal job contract. So I think it was under Doge that she lost her job. Okay. And so we're all like, spying in a sense because we're watching this shit. All her audience is just watching her get fired. And she had already said, I know that's what this is. This is a firing conversation. And as soon as she ended the Zoom call with HR and her supervisor, girlfriend just started bawling, crying. She happens to be very light skinned, so her whole face, she's black, but her whole face just turned pink and red. She was looking horrible. I'll see if I can take that. I'll get her stream that when she got fired. I'll share it on my post. But this is the type of stuff that people are dealing with. My husband's friend that he deals with, a good friend of his, he got laid off for the second time. He has a high demand field he's in, so he always bounces back pretty quickly, and he's well networked, so he can bounce back. But people who don't have networks, you can't just go out here and get a job. They say, and like that girl says, you get online, you put in applications, and you know Indeed.com or all these other I don't know what the websites are, but all these job application websites, and they say nobody ever calls. They don't respond. You never hear anything from them. And you just sit and wait and wait and wait. It's those days of going into a building, taking your resume to the person. That shit's done. They just got this, I guess, upload process, and they get thousands of applicants, and you just never hear anything. I mean, what kind of way is that for young people to face life? This cyber hiring bullshit, right? So that's very discouraging. I mean, I remember when we was kids and teenagers and young adults, we could just fill out an application, go ask for one, stand there, fill it out. Can I talk to the manager? And they're like, yeah, you talk to the manager. Come on Tuesday and we'll do an interview. And you were pretty much guaranteed, unless you were an asshole, to get a job. Now I know that's on the low end, but I'm just saying. We had hope. We could actually try to, you know, as many places as you went, you increased your opportunity. It's not like that now. The whole shit is flooded with electronic applications and resumes. It's fucking flooded. You just one out of like what, a million? Good fucking luck with that. But this is what, millennials are facing. That's tough. That's hard. And so under these conditions, you really want people to spend money. You got young people who can't even get enough money to get a down payment so they can actually afford a fucking house because all the houses are 500,000. Do you really think people want to spend some money? Who's trying to upgrade a car right now? Right? So they're lying. I saw the media. They was like, yeah, it's going to be great sales and the economy and some, they trying to egg it up. That's on behalf of the who? The retailers. They want the retailers to feel confident. They want to create consumer confidence. Fake, 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 fake. And so the media is just going on and on and on about how the sales and Black Friday is going to be great, better than ever. Bullshit, bullshit. All that's propaganda. And so now it's 2 days later, 3 days later, after Black Friday, and they doing false reporting, y'all. Talking about it's 91% sales up. You a liar. You a whole liar. The videos that people are showing of empty retail places, malls where ain't nobody bought shit. Get out of here. Some of the media is actually being a little bit more honest. They're like, well, you notice that the in-person stores are kind of empty and they're showing it, right? There's not really a lot of people here because they came to see throngs of people running through the doors, chasing down buggies with full of shit. They couldn't get those images. So what they decided to do to lie a little bit more, they decided to say, "Oh, all the sales went online." Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. How do you calculate that $11.5 billion got spent online? How you calculate that? How you do that in 2 days? Who told you that? Don't try us with the false data. Come on, man. What did you call Amazon and you call eBay and you call who else? All these are false numbers. They are trying to keep consumers confident. And they want you to have a what do you call it? A join the bandwagon mentality. Everybody else is spending money. I guess I better. That's bullshit. Nobody's spending money out here. I ain't bought shit, and I don't know anybody personally who went and bought shit. I don't. Do y'all know people who bought shit? Oh, let me check this. Let me check these comments. Hey, what's up, Gabe? What's up? Oh yeah, I saw that video. She became a full-time YouTube content creator. Yeah, sweet girl. She was most recently featured in Millennial Money on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, she's a sweet girl. I felt so bad watching her lose her job. That shit was sad. Because the formula was supposed to be there. That formula, you go to school, you network, you get a job, and you just be professional and work really hard and it'll all work out for you. And just watching her lose her job, and I don't know if I'm not gonna sit here and like that was her dream job because I don't know, but just any young person losing their job like that shit's heartbreaking. Sometimes we sacrifice. You never know, she might have moved across the country or some shit to get that job. She might make sacrifices. That shit ain't cute. Just snatching the fucking carpet from some under somebody's, that's security. That's fucked up. She might have had some real plans. I'm sure she did. But nobody wants to lose their stability. And so I really felt for her. I really did. Um, but yeah, so that's what they're doing, y'all. They lying in the media. They lying. That boycott is kicking retail's ass. It is kicking their fucking ass. And they don't want to come clean. So they over here gaslighting people in the media. And all I can say is I literally watched a bunch of videos, and on them videos they're showing empty ass stores. So where this 11 billion, 91% up sales is coming from, it's coming from gaslighting. It's coming from gaslighting. Y'all lying. Ain't nobody spent no damn money. What do people need? That's my question. What do people really need? What do people need? I think them days is over. As long as this economy is bad, them days of hard consumerism, that shit's over. Like what am I gonna do? Go out and buy like a $200 um Chanel perfume set? Like right now? Seriously. Y'all tell me what do people need to buy so bad? I need $200 worth of Chanel perfume. I need to go to Rooms to Go and buy me a whole new, bedroom set for 4,000. Like right now? Nah, people ain't buying shit. What do I need? Do I need a pot set for some French? What's that? Le Croix? Le Croix? Is that the name of it? Le Croix pot set. I need some Le Croix for 500, $600 a pot. Is that what I need? No, no, no. I know. I need a motherfucking what you call it? Um, m- m- what is it called? What's that damn shit that people be drinking? Macchiato. I need a macchiato machine. I need a coffee maker for $400. What do I really need right now? Nobody needs none of that shit. And with the economy like this, people are depressed, people are tired, and people don't want to buy nothing. Okay, the spirit of buying is over. And so they're gaslighting consumers, trying to make everybody think. And I understand because if they can make people think, oh yeah, Friday was so good, it was so good, it was so good, right? Black Friday was so good. Everybody went out. You be like, yeah, I need to go out too. No, that's not gonna work this time. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Their hope is that people will feel some kind of pressure to participate and that people will run to the stores and they'll run online between now and Christmas. That's what their hope is. That people will buy into that gaslighting and spend their money between now and Christmas. It's not going to happen. If y'all notice, it's been getting like that because since COVID, it's been getting like that. Because I noticed they started bringing Christmas stuff in. When did they start bringing Christmas stuff in now? They started, let's see, not July, August, September. Yeah, September. They started bringing Christmas stuff in September. And I mean, I think they used to wait till at least like the end of October, like November 1st, they used to bring in the Christmas stuff. But now they're at the point, yeah, they bringing that shit in September. You be like, goddamn, it's Christmas stuff. They bringing all the holiday stuff early because they know people just ain't buying. People ain't buying. So the next thing I was thinking about, and that's the thing too, they gonna have to do something. Trump he's not fixing the economy. He's not doing anything to help the economy. He just keeps focusing on international politics and parties. He's not doing anything for the people domestically. And honest to God, MAGA is so fucking poor. MAGA is pissed because they are some of the poorest people in America. Most of the people that voted for him, and they're not winning. And I don't know what that's like. I can't imagine, being somebody who did believe in Christmas, and I got three, four kids, and my kids expect all this stuff, for Christmas under the Christmas tree, and I can't buy none. I can't imagine what that does to people, you know, something you value if you actually care about it and you can't afford it. That's going to be heartbreaking for a lot of people to not be able to give their kids the Christmas gifts they want. So the next thing I was thinking about um, was the immigration. And I'm gonna try to be balanced here and not show any of my own prejudice. I'll keep my own opinions to myself. But I'm just reporting the interesting part about the Somali people. So there's some updates here. I cannot imagine y'all going to somebody else's country and not only refusing to leave, but to be from a really war torn country where there's just war and famine, there's no infrastructure, it's a lot of poverty and just dust and despair and chaos. I cannot imagine being from a place like that and then coming to a place like America, open arms, people giving me housing, giving me a flight, to come, giving me food stamps. And we're not talking about like 1 year and they cut you off. We're talking about as long as you're here, you have free food. As long as you're here, you have free housing. They haven't been weaning these people off, you understand. They're not weaning them off. Okay? They're not weaning them off. These folks been sitting on these welfare programs. And they didn't just say you can come for a period of time to temporary protective status. What Ilhan Omar just acknowledged when she said, good luck trying to get us to leave because most of us are citizens. You're not going to affect any of us. My mouth just dropped. I said, they're citizens? I thought they would have just had a green card. They actually gave them citizenship. Y'all, think about this. America is like the most powerful, richest country in the world, right? You would think that this country would be a country that would say, you know what, you have to come here with skills. You have to, I don't care if you're a refugee or not, if that's what you want to call yourself. You got to come here with skills. You got to have a high value skill set that this economy actually needs. And we need you to get in here and become part of the machine. We need you to get in here and contribute something. What I have found out is that if, just say if, some of these families were to come here as a family of four, they're still living at poverty level. And that's if they're not completely dependent. Okay. So we're going to basically say the man has an income of 30,000. They say that man who has a family, maybe four, five, six kids, you know, and a wife, so it's a household of seven, they're below the poverty level. He may come and make $30,000, but they end up extracting more than $50,000 from the US economy in the form of welfare. Is that not insane? You would think that a country like this would have had standards and said you have to come here with a certain amount of education, like many countries do. You got to have a level of education. You got to have some skill set. You got to be sponsored by an employer to even come over here and work. Notice that you have to have a job that is planned and prepared for you to come and actually support yourself. And then on top of that, you have to come with a clear background, right? You would think all of that would be required. You have to invest some money. You have to come over here with some money or a sponsor who has some money. You would think all that would need to be in place. That is, those kind of levers are in place even in third world countries. My American black ass cannot just go over to another country with no money in my pocket, no skill set, no education, no retirement, no hunk of money investment, no connection to a job or a sponsorship. I can't do it. And I damn sure can't go over and say, hey, give me free housing, give me food, take care of me as long as I'm here. That shit is not gonna happen. That would be reject. Simple and plain. Reject. You're not coming to their country. And these are developed countries, underdeveloped countries that have high standards for foreigners, Westerners and Americans, right? They got high standards like that. They don't want you unless you bring in some money. So it's very weird to me to see that America actually has invested in thousands upon thousands of people who literally come to America with no opportunity, can't read, can't speak English, have no education, no businesses, no employment, no promises of employment. They come with absolutely nothing. And they throw the doors open and say, welcome. Welcome to America. We don't know what you're going to do here. We don't know how you're going to support yourself. But until you figure it out, which you may not, we're going to just go ahead and take care of you. So they've created like literally a immigrant welfare state, y'all. An immigrant welfare state. What kind of shit is that? I am just shocked. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I should have known some of this stuff. But immigration ain't been our focus in life, you know? But imagine that. Why wouldn't America say, like, I don't like Trump, but he came up with that idea. What he called a gold visa. He said if you come with $1 million, you can instantly get he didn't say citizenship. He said a gold visa. And they're just giving away citizenship. I can't believe that. And I thought about it. I said, you know what? Why would you do that? Why would you just give away citizenships to people? Green card is one thing, visa is another. We're talking about permanent residency, which is conditional. We're talking about a visa stay, temporary, protective, whatever. There's lots of options other than a fucking citizenship, especially to a community that is illiterate and unskilled and can't really do anything for America in America. That's insane. That's insane. So they created basically an immigrant welfare system right up under our noses. They don't even offer that to American citizens. Really, you could just sit in America forever and not work and just say, "Oh, this is my status, and I don't work, and you just take care of me." I don't think Americans have stuff like that. We don't. They don't offer that to Americans, but that's how this is the way they just keep renewing. So let me tell y'all the deal. So basically, these folks then took over this area of Minneapolis. And not only did they create a welfare state, they expanded it. Y'all check this, check this, check this. So this is the newest news I got. They created a system in which they have stolen tons of money, nothing but fraud. So part of the money and this bribery and all this other shit that they have done is they allowed migration. So they didn't got control of who they bring over here. So they doing fake visas. Y'all feel me? They doing fake visas. Hey, Mahogany. Hey, lady. You driving but listening? I appreciate you. I heard your live early. I listened to it on the replay. Girl, I was cracking up. And Brownie's so sweet. She's so sweet. See, she young and she don't understand what scum bucket bitches are like. She don't have no experience yet. Once she been through a couple things, she will understand you gotta stay on a bitch head. Okay, she don't know that yet. She's still wet behind the ears. She's still wet behind the ears. She was trying to be so sweet. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, it matters. These bitches be trying you, honey. They be trying you, and you gotta check a hoe. Okay, you got to check a hoe. Let me see what you said. He said, "Hey, Gabe, a chat. Hey, sweetie. Yeah, she's sweet. She's sweet. She's sweet. But she ain't had them hardcore run-ins yet. She ain't had no she ain't got no scars yet. When she gets some scars, she might change her mind. You know, art of war, art of war. 48 laws of power. You gotta check the bitch. But anyway, yeah, I thought that shit was funny, girl. Can you believe that? Let me say it to whoever's listening. What's her name? What's her fucking name? Oh, silly ass girl. She about 40 years old. She about 40 years old. Toya. Oh, pick me Toya with her silly ass. Pick me Toya just did. I wouldn't have known about it except Soul Provider with his crazy ass. He posted this shit up. And when I saw it, I was dying. I said, I know she didn't. So y'all, Toya did a live. She did a live because she's losing. There is a poll that Soul Provider has for his award ceremony. One of his polls for you that you can vote for the award, it says the best possible, best woman for as a wife. That's what it says. Best woman for a wife. There's Toya, somebody named Les Tro who I never heard of. There's Jessica X and Mahogany Roots. And so that's what, those are the names that Soul Provider chose to put up there. And the most interesting thing is from day one until today, Toya has remained the last, like fourth place. Now I'm sure this was shocking to her and her self-esteem because Toya works overtime to be a pick me, to be public, right? To be everybody's girlfriend. She be working real hard at being a pick me, real hard. She be tolerating all kind of indignities and all kind of shit. I don't know her history, but they say she be passed around on these YouTube streets like in real life. I know that they say she was with the Grinch. I don't know how you be with a bisexual man. Lord have mercy. That's a level of desperation I cannot understand. But anyway, she proceeded to do a live because she wanted to get and rally. Y'all check this out. She wanted to rally some support so she don't have to be the last one, the loser. Of four women, she's number four, like the last. And so she proceeded to tell everybody, y'all got to watch this shit. She proceeded to tell everybody why she's a good pick for a wife. And she tells them, I'm number four. And I need you guys to go over there and vote for me. I was like, no, she didn't. No, the whole fuck she didn't. No, she did not get on her channel and proceed to spend almost an hour trying to convince these random ass men that she is good wife material. And therefore they need to go over there on that channel and vote. You know how you say, bitch, please? Bitch, please. Are you fucking serious? Man, come on. Man, come on. The shit's supposed to be a joke. She took it serious. Let me see what's written. You said trying to subliminally tell. You said try. I was trying to subliminally tell her, right? Child, she is a whole desperate man. That is very desperate, mahogany. When I say desperate, I mean real desperate. She's young and pretty. Exactly. She can't believe it. Well, I think Toya's average looking. Like I said, I think most people are average looking, give or take some. She's average looking. She'll be somebody's butter on their toast, but apparently she ain't nobody's butter on their toast. Nobody's picking that shit. And you got to come to Jesus at some point. You do all of that extra shit. There are women, like I'll even use Brownie for example. All Brownie got to do is put some little lipstick on and smile, and she gets a lot of attention without demeaning herself. I'm just saying, there's a lot of women like that. Women just being women, they get attention, they get adoration. You know, um, a lot of women can just pull attention, or in real life they can get a man, keep a man's attention. The man's like, come on, let's be together. I want you to be my girlfriend. Move in together, live together, let's start a life together. There's a trajectory, and I'm sorry, but Toya's not on any trajectory. Nobody ever said, come on girl, I want you. And that's the harsh reality she got to deal with. This online pick me shit is not working for her. And I had hoped at one point, I was like, well, maybe her real life and real person, because I think that's the most important shit. Online is a joke, it's not real. But I realized, like, no, online is it for her. Because she's had several men, they say, this is where she gets her pool of potential men, is in these fucked up online spaces. I said, oh my God, she's really down bad. Locally, don't nobody want you, girl. Locally, like people you be around when you go to the grocery store, church and shit, don't nobody locally want you. You desperate. You got to come online and be among a whole bunch of rascals. And you got to dance and do all this weird shit for these weird online men. Some of them don't even like women, as we have already seen. So you shopping among homosexuals. Okay. You shopping among men who do not like women, or they're angry with women, or retaliatory towards women. This is your pool, girl. You in trouble. How she say on Ghost, child, you in trouble. You in trouble. You in fucking trouble. Let me see what you said. You said Brownie looks good naturally. Yeah, she is. She's cute with her little chocolate self. I think all the women of the space are right. Most women are average looking. Hold on, wait. What you say? I blame Roguish and BGS for this mess of a broad. Ah, who is Roguish? Who is that? I heard you talking about Roguish. I don't know who that is. Who is that? I think you said it was like supposed to be her boyfriend. Are you sure he's like a masculine man, or is he more like, is it a fag hag type relationship? I don't know. Because I heard you say something about some cook. I was like, ooh, what's that? Is he kind of is he kind of boyish? You know what I mean? Is he a boyish dude? Not really masculine? I don't know. I can't imagine. He said, I wouldn't let her take care of my dog. You said, but Toya, she's not giving that keeper vibe. I don't know where she's going wrong because I'm not a man, but the results speak for themselves. The results speak for themselves. Nobody's looking uh, Probably in person, clearly. In person in her hometown, wherever she lived, nobody wants it. Clearly. That's all I can say. And online, that shit's failing her. Listen, Mahogany, think about this. She is exposed to no less than 1,000 men online. Men who claim they want good black women. Check this out, Mahogany. She's exposed to Nola through BGS and Roger Report and all these single men. Just think about it. Now we know a lot of these men is fucked up and all. Forget all that. Forget that. Let's just look at the facts. You have no less than 1,000 black men who know who you are online, have seen your picture because you would pick me, and you just constantly try to show everybody how perfect you are. You docile, you don't have no opinion. Everything they say is fine. They drag women, dog women, talk crazy about women, and you right there talking about that's right, that's right. That's sign language. You give every single signal that you are submissive and will take abuse, and you don't have no self-respect. And you will let a man do whatever, however. You have given them all the signals that you will lay down your soul just to be with a man or in the company and attention of a man. You have shown them, you have proved to them that this is who you are. You are a submissive black woman who will just lay down your life for a man, just to be with a man. You have proven it. Now the question is, Mahogany, why hasn't anybody taken the bait, at least online, like for real? Why ain't somebody just showed up and been like, Toya, girl, you everything a black woman was supposed to be. You have shown yourself, you have given your best. Bitch, you will pick me and I'm picking you. What happened to that conversation? I'm just asking. Where's that? Where's that at? Why ain't nobody picked her? Online is slim picking, but at least that. Okay, let me read what you wrote. All right, mm, you said he's her ex. He's her ex. Creative, you laughing. They dated. He brought her to the space. Oh, he protects her no matter how bad she behaves. Oh wow. But I'm just asking though, like, okay, well then why isn't he her husband? You see what I'm saying? At some point, if you all that, if you the perfect specimen and you didn't spend all your time selling yourself, like the bitch actually auctioned herself off on her channel. I guess it was this morning. She literally, y'all gotta watch this shit. It's something to behold. She literally auctioned herself off. She went point by point, telling these men how good of a woman she is. I always say proof is in the pudding. I'm just saying. And she's almost, I think she's 40. And she living with her mommy and her daddy? Not grown up yet. Come, man, get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Why hasn't one of these 1,000 men who is so desperate for a submissive, good natured black woman who's going to lay down and submit, why haven't any of them picked her? I'm just saying. Like I said, being online, and this is the only pool, these crazy manosphere dudes, but that's who you want to be around. So you should be a perfect match for 1,000 different men. Everything she laid down today. I'm submissive. I'm nice. I'm caring. I'm this. I mean, she just went point by point, literally trying to sell herself. And my thing is, why aren't those men seeing that? Why are they not saying, "Hey, girl, I got a ring, Toya. I know everything I need to know. You've been vetted well. Will you be my wife?" Where is that? Okay, so somebody is in a delusion. Somebody spent a lot of time, wasted time and energy trying to impress people who really don't give a fuck. That's the conclusion I can draw. Because with all that tap dancing and sugar throwing, and that's the result, they still don't want it, man. But you know what you said was right, Mahogany. You said it. You said nobody wants basically a public pick me. You said it. You said it. Tries to be a boyfriend to everybody. You in every man's face. Who the fuck wants that? A pass around. Who the fuck wants that? They gonna laugh at me like, ha, nigga, you the one weak enough to be with Toya, and she wouldn't stop that behavior. That's the sad thing. If she got with another man online, she wouldn't disappear. She wouldn't stop being in every man's face. She would probably turn it up a notch. That's why niggas don't want it, cause you doing too much. You too thirsty, girl. You too thirsty. And I mean, I told Toya when I first talked to her, I said, girl, you weird. I think you was there, Mahog. I told her, I said, girl, you strange, you weird, and whatever the fuck you on, I wanted to hate you and knock you out, but I just had to learn to laugh at you. I told her that. You just gotta overlook her, cause she weird. She's fucking weird. Some weird bitches out here, and I think she's a femcel, honestly. And she's not the only fucking femcel. These femcels act weird. They act strange. They do a lot of strange things. She's a femcel. And I think the men smell it on them. They smell a femcel. Femcels are just women who don't really operate naturally. They don't have a natural je ne sais quoi. They don't have what it takes to attract and keep a man's attention, you know? And that groveling, desperation, that shit is not fucking sexy to men. Men like you with a little spice. Okay? And I'm just gonna say it. Mahogany, you got a lot of spice. And you beautiful. You are literally beautiful. Dudes be thirsty, tongue hanging out. Okay? Because you got some self-esteem, honey. Great self-esteem. You got a whole energy, honey, about you. Some of these motherfuckers think they doing something, but they be dry. They dry as hell. They be dry as fuck. Boring as fuck. Predictable. Oh, that's not cute. Being yourself, your authentic self, with self confidence, that takes you a long way. People can say whatever they want to say about me. My husband gets a kick out of my ass, okay? Because I'm fun, I'm hilarious, and I'm caring, and he can't wait to see what I'm doing. And I can't wait to see what he's doing. We two motherfuckers who like each other, get along great. I got some spice in my tank. He always say, May, what are you up to now? I ain't no boring bitch. Get a kick out of me. A man has to get a kick out of you to stay around, baby. Not being some docile dummy. That shit don't entertain. I excite my husband. You understand? I excite him. But you can't excite nobody when you walking around taking abuse and shit. They talking about black women are all stupid. Women are children. They're infants. And you like, yeah, that's true. Girl, you playing yourself. You don't even know it. You stupid. Child, please. Child, please. You playing yourself. Let me read these comments. He said he wanted one more woman. What? Oh, see. Oh God. And what? She didn't want to settle for that because she ain't no damn polygamist. That's the truth. That would be a settling for her. That's a lose move. He said he wanted more than one woman. Is he rich, girl? Do he got a lot of money? Is he good looking? Who is this Rogan? Now you got me interested. I got to see who this nigga is. Tell me he want more than one woman. Nigga, how they say you want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Want one? Do he even know? Man, he don't have no idea what he's trying to get himself into. These men with these fucking fantasies. You can't handle one woman. Talking about you want more than one. These niggas, they do not have what it takes. These are fantasies. She says, but I think he just didn't want her. Ooh. Lived with her dad at the age of 35 is sad. 35? Living at home? That's some femcel shit. Bitch, what? You supposed to get out here and get something. You a black woman. What the fuck? Living with your daddy to what? I'm offended. I ain't truly offended. I thought so, because you talk about a daddy so much, but I didn't know. Damn, that's fucking sad. I have lived life and I understand men. I have uncles, brothers, cousins. I work with mostly men for years in the military. Right. It's second nature, right? Second nature. It's easy. You know what makes men tick? These weird femcells, these bitches don't understand men. They don't get men. And they think that going low, being a fucking, what they call it, foot mat, If I just grovel, if I just look really pathetic, if I accept the unacceptable, they'll want me. Bitch, you wrong. Men don't want doormats. I don't care what they say out their mouth. They don't respect that shit. They don't. Oh, you said she didn't want to settle for that. She should have. That's about it. She'd have been better off, honestly. And I was wondering, is that really true about Crimson Cure? She's a fourth wife. That makes sense. She looked like she moved into a rooming house. That do not look like a household. I ain't looked at her shit in a while. Why would you advertise yourself on YouTube? Girl, she did it. She did it. And what it is her pride got to her. Her pride got to her. Because there's these women listed, and it's just a joke. This whole awards thing is a joke. It's just a group of people and they turn it into a joke, right? Like they got on there, hold on a second. Okay, sorry. I needed something to drink. Hold on. Okay, so they got on there, for example, um, best female troll, you know? They got me and I think Les Troll, and I think Sexy Red, and what's her name? Bum Sugar Bum. Okay. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. They got stuff on there like who's the oldest Jedi nigga of the nigga sphere. You know, the nigga sphere is just a joke. It's a comedy. The whole thing. It's just funny shit. People, a lot of trolls are attracted to the area, the space. People who like to raise hell are attracted to that space. I like it a lot. I enjoy myself over there, honestly. And so it's supposed to be a joke, but her ego was getting into it. She's seeing like literally among men who are not part of that little crew, right? That she likes to hover in, those men are just genuinely responding, still with light energy. Nobody's taking it serious, but somehow, some way, her ass ends up being last. And I think it shook her ego because in her mind, for some reason, she really think that the more she grovels and demeans herself and hangs out with these raggedy ass low life men who are angry and bitter, she thinks the more she shows off for them, you know, the more value she has as a woman. She doesn't understand it's quite the opposite. Nobody respects that shit. So yes, it looks like her pool is in YouTube among men who are losing. Yeah, that's her pool. You said I will share her page. Um, I will share his page to you later. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tag me in it. I want to see who this dude is. Talking about multiple women. Negro, can you handle one? Do your finances handle one? Have you built a home yet? I got questions. Have you built a home? Do you have any health insurance? Just some basic shit before you start talking about how you gonna conquer the world and all the women. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. And he said, yes, Crimson said she is the fourth wife. Wow. That sounds about right for that frog. I don't like that frog. And oh yeah, I meant to tell you too. I have a theory about Shay Sade because Shay Sade, um, she's a pick me too. And Shay Sade, in my opinion, she got married almost 6, 7 years ago, I believe. 6, 7 years ago. Um, yeah, I like her big hair, but other than that, that long faced bitch is full of shit. She's self hating too. I'm even thinking she might not even be married anymore. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's not, woman's status is her status. Who gives a fuck, right? We have value in and of ourselves. That's not my point. I just think that she's not addressing it to her crowd. And I say that because she's married to a West African man. And as a woman who's been married to a West African man, one thing I can tell you is they're gonna press you for some babies. That family, the community, you're not gonna get past, 1, 2 years without no babies. She got married old. Okay. Shay Sade, I believe she was 30, 35. No, maybe 36, 37. I think Shay Sade was married at 35 to 37 years old. And she's married to a West African? African? like 7 years ago, I believe. I'm not sure, but I believe. And you don't hear her talk about him. She don't say, anything about as my husband and my marriage. She doesn't refer to anything. I have a feeling that Shay Sade is no longer married. And I don't think she's willing to bring that to the manosphere because that would stop her money. She's too focused. Like, where's the family? Where's the household? Where's all of that? She don't have no children. She's busy focusing on these men. And if she had children and a husband and a household to run and somebody to cook and clean for and all this other shit, she would not be able to full time worry about these single ass men online. I'm just saying. So my theory is that Shay Sade is no longer in a marriage. But for the purpose of grifting, she's not going to ever reveal it. Her lifestyle change would mean she wouldn't be online. That's just the truth, you know? Because I don't think, are there any women who have like a family with like two, three kids and they're able to just be online daily? They got a household they running, they got a husband and three kids, and they online every day doing this shit. I don't think any of them exist. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But running a whole household, like how Candace Owens is the only one I can think of. Candace got four kids, but she probably got nannies and maids and cooks. She's rich. Candace is different. She the only woman that I can think of, who's online full time, giving all their energy. And not only have that, look at how much money Candace makes. So it makes sense. We're talking about some small time channel holders. So that's very interesting. I wonder, does anybody ever ask her? I don't watch her show, so I don't know what her updates are, but I have a feeling the bitch is divorced. I'm just saying. And you said, right, they wouldn't admit it if they had family issues. Yeah, I just don't think she's married anymore. The trajectory of how she should be living her life. If you've been married to a West African, you should have about two damn three kids by now. He wouldn't even wait. I had to go through a lot. I had to go through so much. I was like, listen, I'm in school. I'm in school and I stayed on birth control. I was not trying to have it. You hear me? I had to stay on birth control and I kept saying, I'm in school. I'm in school. Leave me alone. I'm in school. I'm young. I'm in school. And that's how I, you know, was married to a West African for 5 years and not have no damn children because I had a plan and that wasn't part of it. But the average woman, that's weird. That's so weird. But yeah, these bitches be fem cells, man. So anyway, but that's the main thing I wanted to say was that going back to, I'm sorry I interrupted with all this other stuff. But yeah, Toya, I want to see how this shit is gonna turn out. That's why I took a picture of the poll. Because I have a feeling she's gonna really, really work hard. She's probably gonna be inboxing people. Hey brother, hey brother, did you go vote? Did you go vote for me as the top wife? Did you go vote for me? I won't doubt it. I think she gonna work real hard, Mahogany. She gonna take that shit deadly serious. Cause I don't think it's not gonna work out for her. It's gonna bother her soul. It's gonna bother her soul. Even though it's a fucking joke, it's clearly bothering her soul. I would never do that shit. Get up on a damn live and try to sell to some random ass man what kind of fucking wife I could be to some random ass motherfucker I never met. I could never do that. That bitch auctioned herself off. How you gonna do that? And let me tell you that that's not the worst part. That's not the worst part. How about she took her ass to TikTok? How about she with the TikTok? She got on a damn tour of TikTok. She was doing thirst trapping, y'all. She did thirst trapping. She did thirst trapping. She went over there and she was highlighting her picture. She's like, "Oh, look, I look cute right here. Oh, look at me dancing." I was like, "Man, come on, man, come on, man. Are you serious? Are you fucking serious?" She took them on a thirst trap tour of her TikTok. I was just like, wow. She was dancing in mirrors and shit. She was like, "Look at my outfit." I was feeling myself that day. So, like, girl, you a fem cell. Just give it up, girl. Just give it up. Winter has come for you, Toya, and it's gonna stay. Okay, winter has come for Toya, and it ain't going nowhere. BGS can't save her. Grinch can't save her. Nobody can save her. That groveling is pathetic. Them men don't respect that shit. They like a bitch with some spice and some goddamn sense and a mind of her own. I don't give a fuck what they say. That's why look at it, Toya. Who do they talk about constantly? Do they talk about pick me's? What do they spend their time on, Toya? Toya, what do they spend their time on? What do they talk about night and day? What do they obsess about night and day? They obsess about uncontrollable women, women who are exciting to them, women they find desirable. They don't talk about pick me's. They don't talk about whispering bitches all day. You understand? What gets their attention? It ain't that shit you doing. They like wild bitches, okay? They like women who got a mouth and a mind of their own. They like women with a will. If you pay attention to it, that's what the fuck they talk about. That's the type of women they obsess about. They showing you what they like. They pretending to complain. You understand? They pretending to complain. Because guess what? Attention is what? Energy. And what are they feeding their energy to? They're feeding their energy to women who are out here free, women who are liberated. That's who they worry about. They don't worry about people who act like you, who act docile and dumb and stupid and brainless bimbos. They don't think about women like you. How many videos have you seen dedicated to pick me's, Toy? How many? None. None, bitch. All the videos are dedicated to women who are free and educated and interesting. That's who they worry about. They worry about educated women. They worry about women who have self-expression. Look who they worry about. Look who they get their energy to. I don't think none of them got no damn videos about no fucking pick me's. They don't ever say, hey guys, let's review a video about a whispering bitch. Let's find videos and watch a dumb bitch that don't have no opinion of her own. Let's watch some women who just sit around and listen to men who complain and they suck our balls while we complain. Let's look at videos about those type of women. Let's look at women. If you yell at them and abuse them, they take it. You know, that's not Toya. That's not what they're giving energy to, baby. You got to pay attention. You a little slow. You a little slow. You're not observing. You got to observe in life, okay? Observe something. Okay, let me read. Let me see. She said, remember Christian Tarzan was separated for years before it became public. Christian Tarzan, I don't know who that is. I keep hearing Big J talk about Christian Tarzan, but I get the concept. People don't necessarily tell you their business while it's in process. And you said they're gonna she gonna play the victim and act like we're bullying her child. I can't. Girl, I ain't something about her. Girl, she's sluggish, slow. Slowness. That's what Vicky say. Vicky, what was her name? Vicky, I forgot her damn last name. Vicky something. But she got that little gavel. She's about slowness. That's that's fucking Toya. Slowness. That's gonna be her new nickname for me. Slowness. That girl's slow. She don't pay attention. Them men ain't interested in no boring, predictable, lame ass bitches. They don't spend none of their time talking about proper, well behaved bitches. They don't care about that shit, Toya. Girl, you slowness if that's what you think. You slowness. Get them men what they want. They want a bitch to act a fucking fool, okay? That's what they fucking want. That's the shit they like. Who are you fooling? Girl, stop. All that whisper. You looking crazy out here. Looking goddamn foolish. Oh, hey, Mella. How are you? I think you in the you in there too for something. I don't remember what it was. They got you in the soul, what's it called? Soul Provider Awards. Let me see. Yeah, she probably gonna play victim. I don't care. Toy, I tried to. That's how I knew. I was like, this bitch is dumb. Cause I tried to clown her and I tried to like troll her, and when I couldn't even like, what's the word? I couldn't trigger her. I said, oh yeah, her self esteem. This shit ain't no joke. That's for real. She didn't have nothing to defend. You understand? Most women, black women who are normal, ain't themselves. We be like, hold up, bitch. You know? I don't care how nice we are. We gonna stand up for ourselves. That's just normal and natural. And when I started messing with her and she didn't have shit to say, I said, oh yeah, she got real. This shit ain't no joke. This ain't no act. She got real low self esteem. The one thing I tell you about a black woman, we ain't finna take no shit off no other bitch. That's how I do know that. We are not finna take no shit off no other bitch. We might be docile and pick me to men, but as soon as the bitch raise up and start talking some shit, we be like, hold up, ho. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, ho. And she didn't have nothing. You hear me? She had nothing for me. Not a nothing. But you know what? Just like you, Mahogany, she owes me an apology. And I told her on several occasions when I saw her on Soul Providers chat, I said, bitch, you owe me an apology. She's like, apology for what? I said you owe me an apology because you set your ass over there and you acted like you was afraid of me and you act like I victimized you because I called her a pygmy. And I told her she was public pussy on BGS's chat. They was like, no, May, you can't say that. I was like, I'm not lying. This bitch is public pussy. She is a pygmy. She want to be everybody's fucking woman. I'm not lying, so I'm not taking it back. He's like, you double down. I did because I'm telling the fucking truth. So everybody jumped on me. They mad with me. May, you disrespectful, this and that. I'm telling the fucking truth. Am I lying? Your ass is public pussy. I'm not finna lie for your benefit. I gotta tell the truth. So but she sat her ass up there and acted like, all the men was like, you hurt Toya's feelings. She dropped down. I was like, so she should have been in the chat and been like, I ain't studying. Let her talk. That's what she could have said. But instead, she got silent. And all the men just started pouring all this sympathy on her ass. And she played the victim. You're absolutely right. She played the victim. See, you made Toya leave. See, Toya don't even want to talk. She's not even in the chat no more. She left the stream. I said, look at this shit. So, yeah, based on that, she owes me an apology for playing victim. Because I said the truth. I ain't say nothing wrong. You owe me a fucking apology, Toya. You owe me an apology. But you should have did a better job of auctioning yourself off. That was a sad attempt. I just gotta say that. That was a sad fucking attempt. You failed it failing. Goddamn. Okay. Okay, let me go back. Let me go back to the chat. I be talking. Ah, hey, Mella. Girl, sluggish slow. Yes, she was a swirler. Who was a swirler? Oh, you talking about Christian cars now? Okay. Yeah, them angry, I gotta get a white man bitches. I don't ever listen to them. Because they lost. Them white men will kill them. That's all that's gonna happen. White men are killers. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna go to their job and something gonna happen. Somebody gonna step on their shoe. They're gonna come home and shoot everybody. Fuck that. White men are trash. And they're homosexuals naturally. Somebody even said the other day that Charlie Kirk had spent $30,000 on the trans. I said, what? But I gotta wait for that to be like verified because I don't know people just trying to get famous quick. I don't know. But they don't put it past them. I think most white men are homosexuals. I think they're Romans naturally. I don't know. But I wouldn't fuck around with that. White men are killers. Fuck that. Mm-mm. And they're pale, and the skin is nasty, and their hair is gross. Just gross, nasty. Ugh, yuck. She danced with a Where's Waldo cut out. I remember. Oh wow. Soul Provider Awards. Yeah. Soul Provider. He's got a channel, and he does his little award ceremony, and so he puts different. Oh, you said what's the link to that video? Type in Soul Provider speaks of the universe of the niggaverse. Um, Does she owe a lot of? She does. She owes a lot of women an apology. Yeah, all that passive aggressive bullshit she be doing. It's a poll. Look at May's community tab. Yeah, that's right. It's already there, Mella. And okay, her damn feelings. She don't care about any woman's feelings. Right? Damn her feelings. The channel link if possible. Mella, go to my community tab, and you will see a post that says Soul Provider speaks of the niggaverse. You know what? Matter of fact, after I get done with this, I'll do that, Mella. As soon as I get, and I'll subscribe to you too. As soon as I get done, do you do content, Mella? As soon as I get done with this stream, I will absolutely post uh, a link to Soul Provider's channel. I'll do that. Yeah, but I didn't even mean to roast old raggedy ass Toya. But I definitely, yeah, I see how she move. I see how she moves. I see how them fuck ass comments she be making and that bullshit she be co-signing. That shit ain't getting her nothing. I mean nothing. She ain't more employed for doing that. Ain't like these niggas giving her a job. Okay, she's not getting housed from doing that. She ain't getting no free housing. I'm just saying she's just a free hoe. That bitch is a she's just a public free hoe. That's why I call her public pussy. You doing all that shit for nothing. You call Toya a hoe. No, she's not a hoe because she ain't selling nothing and she damn sure ain't getting nothing out of it. She ain't no hoe. A hoe works. A hoe got something to show for it. She don't get nothing out of it. She ain't getting fed. What did she get? A few super chats from a couple of scum buckets here and there. It's me a few super chats. That ain't nothing. That chick is done. She's cooked. Toya is fucking cooked. Winter is her permanent fucking state, okay? She is cooked. And you get to a point you just run out of luck. She didn't ran out, okay? Toya been ran out. That bitch been ran out. Winter is her permanent state. And on those conditions, don't nobody even need to really get at her. Because the problem speaks for itself. The results speak for themselves. All that negativity she sit there and absorb in the chat while men but demean and hate and send all that fire and brimstone and blame and evil shit out. You just absorbing it all day. You know what kind of self esteem you gotta have that you need to do that every day, all day. The results speak for themselves. So she don't even need to be cooked. She already cooked. She cooked herself. She cooked her fucking self. She said she does. Okay, she said it's a poll. Look at May's community tab, Mela. Yeah. Okay, her damn yeah, channeling is possible. Yeah. He said no. I wish Mela did. She's so funny. Love you, Mela. She's a famous part of the space, but she doesn't do content. Maybe she will come around in the future. Oh, Mela doesn't do content. Oh, okay. But I think I see. Don't Mela be on? Mela be on panels though, I believe. I think she'd be on panels. I think I heard Bella several times on panels. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I got here, but I'm here. Shit. I don't know. I guess I'm here for part entertainment, part thought, part hobby. I don't know. I know one thing. I listen to YouTube more than I be on it, like interactive. I be listening to news and all kind of stuff. I be learning all kind of weird shit, honey, all kind of weird shit. Very interesting stuff. I be listening to the like King Henry. What's the one I'm about to go through now? Was it Caligula? I'm about to listen to Caligula, and I got some audiobooks. It helps me get through all the stuff I have to do throughout the day, whether it's gardening or taking seeds and separating seeds or whatever the case I may be doing. Like I'm doing dishes now. It helps me get through my housework. So that's why I enjoy listening. But I listen to a lot of stuff. This is like 10%. This particular I guess you would say a genre or whatever. This ecosystem, adjacent manosphere, that's kind of like 10% of what I listen to. But I like listening audio stuff. And I have several books I listen to, audio books. So, and I listen to some music too sometimes, but I really do get a lot of work done when I be live streaming talking. But she does do panels. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. You said I love your channel. It's different and interesting. Really? Really, girl, I be just doing all kind of random ass shit. I don't even know what I be doing. I just be having a fucking fun. I just be having fun. Some shit is funny to me. I don't really get on regularly. I might come on often, but I don't have like a schedule or anything. I guess it just depends on what the news is, how I'm feeling, what kind of mood I'm in. If I got some repetition stuff to do, I did the laundry already. So if I got repetition stuff, I usually will hit up a live so I can do my work. I gotta mop when I get done with this. Anyway, yeah. So I guess that's it. But I appreciate you, Mahogany. And I would like to be aware. I got my, what you call it? The alarm. I have my alarm on, but sometimes I miss your lives, but I definitely catch them um after the fact. So I get to watch them after the fact if I don't catch them. I know how it is. You just do it when you can, right? Spontaneous. So yeah, I'll check you out afterwards if I can. I will. Yep. But anyway, so that's it. I ain't gonna drag Toya's sorry, lost ass no more. I think she's just a femcel, and that's it. And she's behaving like a femcel. She's not normal. She's a weird one. And I told her that to her face from day one. I said, "Girl, I ain't mad with you. I just think your ass is strange. You just fucking strange, you know." And that's it. So that is what it is. Anyway, I am finished with my dishes, and I gotta cook this chicken. I'm always cooking chicken, right? I'm always cooking some fucking chicken. I'm gonna bake it, but I'm about to go. Listen, y'all, have a good week. I appreciate y'all's attention and energy, and I'm going to go. Y'all, have a good night. Ashe.